out to start this clip down here because it sounded like my neighbors were making a ton of racket. You know, it's a nice Friday, everybody's doing a little bit of yard work, end of the day sort of deal. And of course they stopped doing that as I start the clip. As you see behind me, a ton of powder coat stuff. In front of me, messing around with some new colors that I think are just gorgeous, but a tough course. Not quite what the customer wanted, even though the customer chose that. So, taking a break from that, diving into this thing, which surprisingly fit under the carport. Instead of jumping right into talking about that, we're gonna see wifey's truck bagged out front. Surprisingly, drove that thing with no issues all the way around. It's just a block, so no big deal there. But today, the video is consisting of some manual labor in the form of making my bed not look like absolute crap. This thing is just, I don't know, it's not, this is mainly dirt. Like you can see, you can wipe it. So a lot of it is just dirt, but some of that has started to become surface rust. Couple of spots where we have broken seam sealer or caulking or whatever that is from the factory. I believe it's seam sealer. I have a plan of wire wheel, clean this all up, Raptor liner it because Raptor liner is the best. I know a lot of people would say Rhino liner in this case would be, you know, the thing to do. They would take it somewhere and just, you know, do it cheap, easy, drop it off, forget about it. It's not what I wanted. One, I do everything myself. Two, there were a bunch of random dents in some spots. You can't really see them, but that's a truck. It got beat up, so I went through and hammered a bunch of that stuff out. They weren't gonna do that for me. Just knocked my tripod over. But yeah, I want to take off the headache rack, and I want to handle that as well. I want that to be covered in some bed liner or something similar. So yeah, a headache rack, the bed, fix all these dents, go through, do it exactly how I want it, get it thicker than Rhino liner would be. And while we were in there, tedious little stuff of inner fender, which we're not gonna be able to see without a flashlight. Oh, now we can see. Did some little trim work and stuff like that, but it's just a lacquer black. So I want to continue that theme. That's what today's video is prettying up cosmetic stuff. Handle the inner fenders, handle the bed, basically just wire wheel the crap out of this, maybe use my leaf pack blower or something, blow it all out, pressure wash it, and then Raptor liner it. Of course, we're doing all of this in preparation to hopefully get ready for the Bubby Whip show, a deviated diesel show on the 28th. Something I've wanted to do for a long time actually, just because, look at that. We got the rest of the truck looking halfway decent with no dents, no ding, oh, no major dents, dings, nothing like that. And then you see, yeah, and this headache rack has needed some attention for a long time. These are some like old torch cuts. So I'll go through and round all this, get this all cleaned up corner wise, so these aren't sharp edges that you're constantly banging yourself on. Little stuff like that. Maybe fix a ding or two, but the main thing is unwire this thing, get the headache rack off, pull this out, start to get the Raptor liner down, and just step by step this guy a little bit with you, see how we can get it done, see how crappy of a video I can make as usual. A lot of random B-roll, a lot of random music. Next morning, I'm a sleepy boy. So yeah, exhausted still. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning, Saturday. Beautiful, beautiful sunny day. Tinkering with wifey's truck and actually bothering the crap out of my neighbors with some music in the backyard. They like to play, we like to play, and the cool thing is, yes, I do have the stereo set up on a switch. So, let's see. Yep. So that way they can have their music quick access, because they like to party, so we like to make sure they can party. Starting it off with goodies. Goodies, goodies, goodies. Time to jump into the major stuff. Now that the bed is cleaned up enough, gone through and sanded everything to a nice touch. We have plastic, we have tape, we have headphones, paper towels to wipe things up. This is for the front fenders and the headache rack, so ignore all this. So what we really are diving into today is the Raptor line itself. We did smarten up enough to get the kit from Raptor Liner, so everything is in here. If I can do this with one hand, maybe, maybe not. We have our gun, mixing tool, ta-da. We have hardener, and then 4 single, what are these, quarts or liters? I'm guessing quarts, yeah, of actual liner. You can tint the stuff, do whatever color. I was thinking initially of matching it to the blue, but then I realized the exhaust, some of the suspension links are going to get done soon. That'd be a lot of blue just everywhere. And then down the road, if I ever decided to paint the truck a different color, then the Raptor liner would have to be re-added. Not too bad. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a pretty simple process. We do need to tape off and plastic off the entire truck. Probably should throw a tarp onto Betty as well, so I don't cover the 55 in some overspray of Raptor liner, because I'd be pretty pissed at myself. I'm just going to go through and follow the instructions here on how to mix it, how to set it all up, because I have never done this and I do not want to screw it up. I see a fill line, and that's basically what I'm guessing. We're going to be using, oh no color. We are using a Schutz gun or an HVP gravity gun. I think we're using, yeah, we're using a gravity gun. So 3 to 1. There we go. Simple process. Go through and just time lapse masking this off now, I guess. I do have the light directly above the bed to help. It's made a couple shadows, so I'm gonna bring out a magnetic flashlight. And I'm thinking the smart thing will be to start in a corner and slowly work our way out. Instead of rambling, talking, and drink more coffee, start taping and masking this entire monster of a truck off. Let's jump into that. And just like that, we're done. Ta-da! I'm just kidding. I threw down some rust conformer, rust conformer, I think that it is. I almost said rust performer. That's not what I wanted. Just, you know, treated everything up. Basically used it as a primer essentially too, and then went through and just kind of scuffed everything up with the Scotch-Brite. Blew it all back out with the air blower, because 40-volt air blower is the ticket there. I used that thing yesterday when I pressure washed and was drying all this out. Like I said, went through, cleaned up some of the caulk lines, and then, you know, not the best job, but good enough. Definitely good enough for the girls' ID. So super simple instructions now that I've actually went through and read these. 8 ounces fill line of hardener into this. Unscrew your lid, obviously, fill it up in there, lid back on, shake it. When you're done, screw it to the gun. Recommend 60 psi, so I threw 60 psi on the regulator down here. Cheated this airline should let me reach everywhere I want to. And now it's just gonna be a giant time lapse of me spraying the crap out of this. I'm gonna run in the house and swap my socks and my pants for some cleaner socks and pants. That way I can get in. I'll probably just throw sweatpants on, but I'm gonna probably have to get in the bed and start in the corners and work my way out. Obviously, so I'm not trapping myself into a corner. Painting yourself in a corner is a stupid thing to do. I'm gonna do the bed cap tops, gonna do the top of the back bed rail, and I want to do tailgate, and then this little lip that I taped off on the tailgate as well. Not a lot to do, and they say about 3 should do it. I had 4 because that's what the kit comes with. So worst case, we do have enough. We could possibly do that. But if I don't do the headache rack and the Raptor liner, I do have a couple cans of just traditional bed liner. And then like this Mons, look at that can compared to those cans. Jeez, oh yeah, we can use that, worst case. Instead of this Rambletron, let's go ahead and jump into a Raptor liner install. Oh yeah. Surprisingly not a terrible outcome here. I mean, obviously it's still a little bit wet and tacky, but I love everything. It looks so good. You can definitely see where the dents in my bed are now though. That's 100% the support rail that's been dented on both sides. Love it, absolutely love it. I did do the caps like I had planned. Then I got the bed on the edge of the tailgate too. Instead of walking back and forth staring at it like I've been doing for the past few minutes, it says you have 30 minutes to pull the tape to get a crisp tape line so it doesn't stick. So lots of untaping. Let's time lapse it. And there we have it. World's worst B-roll. It's windy. It's all crap out here. So hopefully the mic muffy little thingy picks up a little bit less of that and a little bit more of me, but I love it. Really crisp as could be, even with the dent, stuff like that. The bed is, I mean, yeah, I have some dents. We can see that support, like I said. It's not the most perfect bed in the world, but now with it bed lined inside and out, took care of the rust. Oh, I'm so happy. It turned out amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. Couple little things, little things. This bugs the crap out of me. There, stake pocket, you can see there. There's no stake pocket right there. I don't think I ever really noticed that, but and then just these little hoop-de-hoos and little stuff like that. There's a bunch of like caulking or something. I don't know, silicone. I'm guessing the reason this is rusty is it had a cap up to the back window and no back window? No idea. You notice though, one major thing is missing. No headache rack, because I'm gonna go through and wire wheel the crap out of this thing and bedline it too. We have, like I said, a couple cans of the bed liner left over, a couple cans of the lacquer black, but thankfully I only used 3 out of 4. I got a whole one of these left and 8 fluid ounces of the hardener. Cleaned the gun out with some brake clean, so theoretically I could actually just wrap the liner to the headliner. I'm not sure if I'll use it for that. Maybe I save that for the wifey's truck or something like that. I'm gonna use the cans. I do have these stupid, what is this, diamond plate caps for the tailgate and then for the front panel. I'm thinking I might put those back on. I might sandblast them and they're aluminum, I can powder coat them. I'm not sure, we'll figure that part out. Not in a hurry to do that. All I want to do is wire wheel, clean the crap out of this thing, round off a couple of the edges that they left. Like this could be rounded. This can be round. Clean up all of these, but the main thing is underneath of it. You're not gonna see this for crap, but it's all rusty underneath there just because it was raw metal that they left, and then the bolt hole allowed water to go down, sit on top of this in between that and rust. Bed liner cleaned all that up, thankfully. Preventing that though is going to be a major thing, so I'm going to clean those 2 surfaces before I mount them, get everything all set. Thinking I might shorten those 2 legs on the headache rack, or I could make one out of aluminum. I don't know. Now I'm just rambling. With that though, we're going to go ahead and get the truck back out front. See you guys in a second. And now with that, truck is out front. A little bit of some stuff done. Like I said, I want to dive into getting the headache rack finished because it's really weird. It looks funny in the back without that headache rack. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's a square body and the back of the cab is round. I don't know. Tinkering around with some of wifey's stuff. I'm probably gonna end up pulling these panels to powder coat them. She has these pieces ready to get powder coated. I need to clean up the hood and do something about it. Bunch of rust spots, see if we can find a better one, or I'm not sure there, but everything works. It drove itself out here. Obviously a bunch of little knick-knacky stuff I'm messing with as in the moment. I need to mount that battery cable. But yeah, the air ride works, truck works. Now that it's summer, we need a door latch, because that doesn't help anybody. And little odds and ends. Clean up this air ride, get it to bed. That means more of this, more of the blue truck. I'm getting ready for the Bubby Whip show on the 28th, which is next Saturday. Being a week away exactly, because today's Saturday. Oh, so much to do, so little time. I have a bunch of ideas for the show. Not 100% I'm gonna make it yet, which is scary, but we're trying. With that though, it helps out the channel. Leave a like. Leave a comment if you haven't already. Hit that subscription button also if you have not. We are like 30% of you are subscribed viewers and 60% are unsubscribed. I don't really care. Views are views, so it is what it is. With that though, I'm gonna let you guys go. Enjoy your weekend. Average Joe Builds. We're out of here.